God bless Biafra. We have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpets pealing, the glorious song, play it, sing it, all hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra, we shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes, our prayers shall be known both day and night. Say them always, all hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Now our star shines everywhere. We crave humility. God guide and protect us all. All hail your wisdom, shielding us from fury, unleashed by our enlightenment. Biafra, shining forever.
Good morning, great Biafrans, wonderful people, beautiful people. This is Radio Biafra South Africa. We are coming to you live and direct from Johannesburg. Johannesburg is the city of gold, and this is where we are broadcasting to you this morning. We welcome you once again in the name of our Lord Chukwokike Abiama. And you are welcome and you are tuned in to Radio Biafra South Africa. We are a satellite station of Radio Biafra London. So wherever you are hearing the sound of my voice this morning, you are welcome indeed to Radio Biafra. The quest for the restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra is a task that must be accomplished, come rain, come shine. And no man born of a woman can stop the restoration of Biafra. Ichokwa inwale. But one thing is certain, Biafra is a rock. If you go against it, it crushes you. Either way you try it, it will be a lose-lose situation for you. So wherever you are around the world, hearing the sound of my voice this morning, are you in Africa continent? Are you in Asia? Are you in Europe or in the America? Please call your friends, call your relatives, call your neighbors, because we have a full-packed show for you this morning. Because Radio Biafra is like a learning institution. Radio Biafra is a university. When you come to our program or when you come to any of our show, you must ensure that you are coming with your pen and paper, because we don't just only broadcast. We also educate our people. We also sanitize our people. We prepare our people for what is to come. We prepare our people for Biafra restoration. As I have earlier indicated, that the restoration of Biafra is a task that must be accomplished. It doesn't matter what the enemy says. Biafra is a reality, and no man born of a woman can stop Biafra. All right. So, wherever you are hearing the voice, or my voice rather, this morning, I want you to enjoy and relax because we are about to blow your mind with the gospel according to the restoration of Biafra. Because
Hello, Motherland.
that's right, this is Motherland. We call this show Motherland because we are talking about Biafra. We call it Motherland because this show is dedicated to all the heroes and heroines in the Biafra land. Those commoners, those that has been forgotten, those that have shed their blood for this struggle, those that has been killed and left their families behind. We want you to understand that you are not alone. We want you to understand that Biafra is with you, that IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra, we will never leave you alone. We will always be with you. All right, so we must continue. As I said earlier, that this is Radio Biafra, and we are coming back to you live and direct from Johannesburg. So, relax and enjoy.
Just set it off. Now just set it off.
All right, you are welcome once again. This is Radio Biafra South Africa, and we are coming to you live and direct from Johannesburg, the city of gold. Yesterday we came through from Free State. I told you that we were in a place called Velkom. Velkom is a province in South Africa, and we were hosted there by a gallant and hardcore Biafran, the coordinator for Free State, and that is no other person than Kenneth Obike. Kenneth Obike is a hardcore Biafra. He did indeed hosted us there. He gave us a place to do our transmission and broadcast yesterday from Free State. Kenneth, we say, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama bless you for the good work you're doing for Biafrans and IPOB in the area of Free State. All right, we must continue. I'm welcoming you once again, and I say this is Radio Biafra South Africa. We are coming to you live from Johannesburg, and we are a satellite station of Radio Biafra London. That is our mother station. Radio Biafra London is being, administered or controlled by our able and gallant deputy director. I'm talking about no other person than Mazi Uchemefo. He is a great man indeed. And also, in the same arm, Radio Biafra Worldwide is under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is currently incarcerated in the den of the lion, in the den of the Zoological Republic. He is the only one that is in charge, the director of Radio Biafra Worldwide. We take our orders, we take our command from this man I've just mentioned. The man, we call him a prophet because all the things that he has spoken about the Zoological Republic has come to pass. All right, we must continue. I'm still welcoming you once again because we're still warming up. We are warming up. It's going to be a great show this morning. So wherever you are hearing the voice or the sound of my voice, rather, are you in Anioma, Anang, Efik, Ibibio, Idoma, Igede, Igala, Alibo, Ikwere, Isekiri, Isoko, Izong, Ogoni, Urobo. If you find yourself anywhere near those places that I've just mentioned, you are in Motherland. I'm talking about Motherland, Biafra, the land of the rising sun. All right, we must continue. As you know, we are Biafrans. In whatever we do, we seek the face of Chukwu Okike Abiyama. We don't just start talking and ranting and going on. No, because we are not ordinary people. We are spiritual people, and we are powerful people. We came from heaven. I remember my director, Mazen Nande Kano, he said, "Na anyị bụ ụmụ Chukwu eze ala igwe." That is a great word indeed. It means that we came from heaven. Right. Therefore, we must seek the face of he that is in heaven, he that has sent us. I'm talking about Chukwu Okike Abiyama, the God El Shaddai, the God Elohim. All right, let us pray. Father, we thank you this morning, O God, for this great show. You are the Lord, our God, the God of our fathers. Father, there is none like unto thee. You are the ancient of days, the great I am that I am, the God that set our fathers, our ancestors free from the land of Egypt. Father God, Pharaoh tried his luck against your children, and you dealt with Pharaoh mercilessly. Pharaoh was drowned in the Red Sea with him and his horsemen. And Father, you let your people, the children of Israelites, to walk, Lord, through the dry ground in the sea. That was a great miracle indeed. Father, today we Biafrans has found ourselves in the same situation. We are trapped in this contraption called Nigeria. Father God, it is only you that will set us free. Nigeria, oh God, is the Egypt of our day. It is the modern Egypt with the Pharaoh of our time, the arch-genocidist. He has killed our people, oh God. He has killed your children. He has slaughtered us in millions, oh God. He has spilled our blood. Father, the blood of your children are crying in the wilderness, asking for revenge, oh God. Father, we pray that you deliver us and set us free from this land of the Zoological Republic, that you dealt with this Pharaoh of our time, Muhammad Buhari, and his foot soldiers, the DSS, and also, Lord, his Boko Haram in military uniform. These are the people that call themselves the Nigerian military. But Lord, instead of going out there to fight to protect Nigeria, rather they are killing Biafrans because they are cowards. They are men who cannot fight wars. They only fight unarmed civilians. Father God, we know we have nothing, Lord, in terms of ammunition. But Lord, they trust in horses. They trust in chariots. But Lord, we trust only in you, Chukwu Okike Abiyama. Father, we say, deliver your people. Lord, we commit our director, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has been incarcerated, oh Lord. You sent this man, oh God, to us to deliver your people, just like you sent Moses, Joshua, to deliver the children of Israelites out of Egypt. Nnamdi Kanu has come to deliver your people, oh God, out of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, to bring us, oh Lord, to our promised land, which is Biafra, the land of the rising sun. Father, wherever he is, we cover him with the blood of your name, O God. And we pray that you protect him, that you guide him, O God, that he will be free soon to join us, that at the end, O God, Biafra will come. Father, all this we pray in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiyama. Ise. Good morning once again. We welcome you to Radio Biafra South Africa. This is a breakfast show titled Hello Motherland. And we are coming to you live and direct from Johannesburg, the city of gold. So wherever you are, and wherever you are hearing the voice, my voice this morning rather, I want you to understand that this is nothing else but a show dedicated to all the hardcore Biafrans in Biafra land, all the heroes and all the heroines, and to all that have shed their blood for this cause. Yes, so we must continue. We will take a short break right now. And when we return, we will unpack all that we have for you. I also want you to understand that we will give out our studio number so that you can call us when the time comes. Yes, so that you can call us and get interactive with us. Because this is an interactive, section of Radio Biafra South Africa. So we will take a quick break. And when we return, I will also introduce my guest in the studio. I have a great man here with me. I have my co-host who you have heard from him yesterday. And since we started this broadcast, I'm talking about Magnus Ago. He is my co-host. He is the one who will be analyzing the news for you after I have given the news. And then again, I have a great man who we respect so much, a hardcore Biafran. He is a great man indeed. I will introduce him, or rather, I will allow him to introduce himself. So that's right. So yeah, we will go on a short break. And please don't go away, because this is Motherland.
This is Hello, Motherland.
With the people of the Eastern region, we are saying this is all we need. With the people of the Eastern region, we are saying this is all we need. So Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah. Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah. Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah. Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah.
See the whole nation, jaga jaga. Everything, everywhere, done scatter scatter. See the whole nation, jaga jaga. Everything, everywhere, done scatter scatter. They my hold us down, they won't let go. They won't let go. They hold us down, they won't let go. They won't let go. So we are calling our United Nations, EU and other world powers to rescue Biafra.
Green, black, red, the sunrise. With the people of the Eastern region, we are saying this is all we need. With the people of the Eastern region, we are saying this is all we need. So Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah. Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah. Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah. Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah.
We are fed up with one Nigeria. Them are killing us, they slaved us. Them are trying to make us Muslims, all because of oil. Why? In our own land, they know if we stand, though, they all gonna follow. United they stand, though, they cannot divide us. Not anymore. Not anymore.
With the people of the Eastern region, we are saying this is all we need. With the people of the Eastern region, we are saying this is all we need. So Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah. Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah. Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah. Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah.
All glory to Chukwu Okike Abiama, the God of Biafran, faith and hope of Biafrans. Nnamdi Kanu, we the IPOB freedom fighters, we salute you, we respect you, we stand in solidarity with you always. Uche Mofo and all principal officers, we thank you. All Biafrans, remain resolute, remain formidable.
Hello, Motherland.
All right, that was good music indeed. Biafra is all we need. Our option A is Biafra. Option B, Biafra. Option C, Biafra. Up to Z, Biafra. Any negotiation that you want to negotiate with us, Biafra must be on the table. No Biafra on the table, count us out. Yes, we know what we want. We are not hallucinating. And we are not into the struggle for any material gain whatsoever. We don't need oil wells. We need freedom. Because when you get freedom, trust me, oil well, you can have it like 1 million alone when you get freedom. Because a free man can do whatever he wants to do. But then if you have oil and then you become a slave, what gain or what profit, is that to you? I want to die a free man as an individual. I want to die and leave a legacy for my children and my generations to come, so that when they remember me today, they will say, indeed, our father is a great man. Now, Martin Luther King died. Up to today, we are still remembering Martin Luther King. There is a day mapped out in America for the remembrance of Martin Luther King. Why? Because he left a legacy. Can you imagine if Martin Luther King has compromised the independence of the blacks in America? What would have been his situation today? Whenever you hear that name, you will spit on his grave. But because he's a great man, he understands what freedom is all about. He said that he has a dream, and that dream was freedom. All right, let me not continue to preach. I have people in the studio here who will actually do that for me. All right, we must continue. We welcome you once again back. This is Radio Biafra South Africa, and we are coming to you live and direct from Johannesburg. In case you don't know, Johannesburg is the city of gold. All right, my name is Ikechukwu Onoha. I am your host this morning. In case you don't know where I come from Imo State, right? And then you may ask me, where in Imo State? I come from Olo. Right. In case you don't know, Olo is in Imo State, and Imo State is in Biafra land. So don't get it twisted. All right, we must continue. We have come back from our short break, and like I promised that I will give out the studio numbers. I'm going to do that right away. I'm going to give you the number to call Hello Motherland. And this will only be possible when our lines are open. Please call us when our lines are open, and I will tell you when that is. All right. When our lines are open, the number for you to call Hello Motherland is coming shortly. Just get your pen and paper ready. Yes. So when our line is open, you have to call this number.
Call Motherland now, +27 622 415 601, +27 622 415 601. Call Motherland now. Call Motherland now, +27 622 415 601, +27 622 415 601. Call Motherland now.
All right, that's the number to call. And let me repeat it for you so that you will not say you did not hear that. The number for you to call when our lines are open is +27 622 415 601. Let me repeat the number again, +27 622 415 601. And also, I will be taking your call on Skype. I believe our Skype line probably will be working today. I've been working on it, over the days. So we'll see how it goes. So when the lines open, you can call us on Skype, and our Skype ID is Biafra space Hello Motherland, one word. I repeat, Biafra space Hello Motherland, one word. Right. So this is the number that you will get hold of us, or the number that you can call to get interactive with us, because this is an innovative and interactive station where we deliberate, discuss with our people. Right. We teach them and they teach us too. We learn from each other because nobody knows it all. And we say, Ikwamagi ibe megini ezia. That's right. That's what we believe as Biafrans. All right. Now is the time for the news. I'm going to make it very short because I see that people are calling already. Our line is going crazy. Our line is going bizarre. But yes, let us take the news first. Very, very important that we take the news so that, you will know exactly what is going on or what is happening around you. I will take the news, and after I'm done with the news, I have in the studio my co-host, Maazi Magnus Ago, who will give us a brief analysis and input based on the news. And thereafter, we will open the lines for you to call us. And then I will also introduce this great man that I have with me here in the studio. I'm not going to introduce him. I'm going to let him to introduce himself. That's right. All right. The news now. We are taking the news, and then it's going to be the news and social media blog. What do we mean by that? When we read the news, we also, discuss what Biafrans are saying in the social media and then see, what can benefit us out of that. All right. Britain. We don't believe in restructuring Nigeria. We stand in one indivisible Nigeria. British High Commissioner. All right. We have heard this man over and over ranting. I don't know why he finds it necessary to keep on reminding us this. Because obviously, Biafrans, we are not interested in ranting people who say things that really doesn't, make any difference in our lives. Like I said earlier, Biafra is all we want. Biafra is all we need. And Biafra is all we're going to have. So it doesn't matter what Britain says or what France says. The bottom line is, what matters is what Biafrans are saying. That's why we need a referendum. And that's the importance of a referendum, so that the people can decide what they want and decide who they want to do what, govern them. The power belongs to the people. The power does not belong to the British High Commissioner. The power does not belong to France. They must concentrate on the, Islam that is about to overrun their nation and leave Biafrans alone so that we can do what? Decide our future. That's correct. All right, let me continue with the news and see what this man is talking about. As the clamor for the restructuring of Nigeria heats up, the British High Commissioner to Nigeria, Paul Arkwright, has said that the United Kingdom is in support of a united, peace, and prosperous Nigeria. I'm not sure, in what length or in what world these people are living in, reality is reality. There is no peace for the wicked. There is no peace and prosperity, in the zoological republic. Maybe somebody need to help me and tell this Arkwright man to get real. All right. Arkwright, who spoke in an interview on Thursday, said that it was too late for Nigerians to continue to blame the underdevelopment of Nigeria on the amalgamation of Nigeria in 1914, pointing out that a lot has taken place since the country attained independence in 1960. All right, you know what? This news does not make sense. It's not worth my time, because whatever this man is talking here, he is hallucinating. The people have spoken. Biafrans have spoken. And the mandate is sure. So don't get it twisted. The mandate is Biafra option A, Biafra option B, Biafra option up to Z. So Arkwright, go and get a rest, because you cannot win this battle. All right, we must continue. Fulani menace in Biafra land. A reason for the Ebony youths to bring back the resilience they were known for in years ago. That's right. The renewed Fulani herdsmen disturbances in parts of Ebony State in Biafra land, such as a community called Uhueke Ameze, Amanato Isu, Onitsha local government area of the state, has become a reason for all Ebonyi State community youths to bring back the resilience the youth of the area is known for throughout the history. I actually, agree with this because, in Biafra land in the olden days, no visitor can just come into the land. No foreign body can come into the land, and do as they like. When you arrive in Biafra land in the olden days, you need to go and meet the king, right? And get permission. Introduce yourself to the king. And the king will speak with his councilmen and decide if we should allow this visitor to dwell among us, right? And if the person is an undesirable element or somebody who is not wanted by the community, there is no way he will be allowed to stay in Biafra land. It doesn't matter how armed or how equipped they are. So, Ebonyi youth, I think you should stand up and defend your fatherland. Right, we must continue. I'm trying to rush through this news quickly because our people are calling. Biafrans want to call and get interactive with us. So let me make it as quick as possible so that we can give our people the opportunity to call us and get interactive. All right. Biafra, nothing like resource control without Biafra freedom. Osibanjo is deceiving himself. Absolutely, he is indeed deceiving himself. Suddenly, all of a sudden, they are running helter-skelter, I can't even remember how many times Osibanjo has visited, the so-called South, or the Riverine area, promising them heaven and earth, promising them resource control or whatever. How can you promise me how to utilize what God has given to me or what God has deposited in my own fatherland? It is unthinkable. It is inconceivable. If God has given me, natural resources, God knows why he gave it to me and my people. And it is up to us to make use of that. You cannot come and steal that which the Lord has given me. At the same time, you are promising me maybe a part of it in the name of resource control. That is unbelievable. Unbelievable indeed. Now, if you look at the Biafra policy document, which we are going to discuss earlier in the show, it says that all the nations that will form part of the state of Biafra will be autonomous. Now, what does that include? It means that any nation that's, take a referendum to join Biafra should have the right to decide what they want to do with the resources in their area. They should use the resources that God has given them to do what? To better their lives and the life of their people, In Biafra, we are not going to determine or dictate for any nation that form part of Biafra what they are going to do with their God-given natural resources. It will be entirely up to them. All right. Let's continue. We are almost coming to the end of the news, and which will be followed by the analysis. Let me see what more I have on the news. All right. Malabu oil deal. Fayose labels Obasanjo father of corruption. I can't believe this. This is Obasanjo we are talking about. We are talking about this baboon of Ota. That is Obasanjo, father of corruption. He will come out now to tell you that Nigeria is this, Nigeria will never be divided, But if there was any person to be arrested in this country, it should have been Obasanjo. He actually looted the treasury with impunity, and pretend that all is well. And I love the courage of this man, if I would say. He's not afraid of them. He tells them just like it is. All right, let me continue. For attempting to extricate himself from the web of 1.09 billion Malabu oil deal, former President Olusegun Obasanjo has come under scathing attacks from Ekiti State Governor Ayo Fayose. Let's see what Fayose has to say about Obasanjo. Fayose, in his second tirade against Obasanjo, within 2 weeks, described the former president as the father of corruption in Nigeria. I do agree. Who sits on stolen wealth and lacks moral rights to accuse anyone of corruption. While challenging Obasanjo to explain to Nigerians his source of stupendous wealth, Fayose, in a statement on Thursday by his special assistant on public communication and new media, Lere Olayinka, attacked the Otta chicken farmer. I like that, Otta chicken farmer, for his alleged holier-than-thou posture, grandstanding, and pontification on issues of corruption. All right. Yes, I totally agree with Fayose. You know, it's more like somebody who's a thief, you know, calling another person a thief. Well, then, what do you expect? This is the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. All right, we must continue. Biafra. Britain, Buhari should tell the world why they hate Igbos. IPOB. The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has demanded that Britain and the President Muhammad Buhari-led federal government tell the world why they harbor much hatred against Biafrans. Yes, I prefer the word Biafrans than Igbo, because Igbo is just a language. We are Biafrans. All right. In a statement by its spokesperson, Emma Powerful, the group frowned at the silence of Britain over the killings of its members during the Solidarity rally in honor of United States U.S. President Donald Trump in Port Harcourt, River State. It is Iguacha indeed. We don't know about Port Harcourt here. The pro-Biafran group wondered why Britain had failed to prevail on the Buhari-led federal government to obey the court orders and respect the rule of law in Nigeria by releasing its leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and other of its members held custody. All right. Yes, I think indeed it is a good question posed to the British and the Nigerian government. They should come out and tell the world why they hate us so much that they have killed us 1 million and the killing is still going unabated with impunity. All right. Now let's have a look at the blog, the social media, and see what Biafrans are saying. I've got a couple of things here, not quite a couple, just a few. Okay, Prosper Josie, write and say, before you forget, Nnamdi Kanu said, and I quote, nobody is called a minority in Biafra land. First class or second class citizen is evil in Biafra land. That's correct. Again, there is nothing whatsoever called Osu in Biafra land. We don't recognize or believe half-casted nonsense. All these cannot be practiced in Biafra land. I totally concur. In Biafra land, we believe every human being are created equal, and every one of us shall receive equal treatment. Start now to pursue away discriminations and confusions in our new nation Biafra. Together we can. Ndewonu. Thank you, my brother Prosper. That was a good write-up. All right. I have another one here from our sister and Lolo, Carol Monday. She wrote and say, so the federal government fly around in private jets, have huge expense accounts, large amounts of money stashed away, long holidays, private medical care in foreign faraway countries, big weddings, giant Christmas trees, import huge amount of champagne and deface the covers of bread bags with their image. Whilst in the real world of Nigeria, the elderly are left to starve, pensioners besieged, finance ministry over unpaid 200 billion pension, the nation Nigeria. That's the paper that carried this news. The Federal Ministry of Finance was besieged Thursday by angry pensioners over their unpaid 200 billion pensions. The retirees lamented that they have not been paid their pension in the last 15 months. The angry pensioners coming together under the auspices of the League of Federal Service. Can you believe that? Nothing works in that country. And yet, Ockright, the British ambassador, will come and tell me that Nigeria is a peaceful and prosperous nation. Lies and more lies from the pit of hell. All right. This is all we have for you for the news. What I would do now is I'm going to take a quick break, in order for me to set up the mic and give chance to my co-host, Maazi Magnus Ago, to give us analysis of the news. Yes, and tell us, what he thinks about the news. So after he has given us the analysis, then obviously you can call Radio Biafra South Africa. And for those of you who did not hear the number to call is this.
Call Motherland now, +27 622 415 601, +27 622
All right, sorry about that. It's +27 622 415 601. So yes, we will take a short break, and then obviously Mag will give us the analysis of the news, and then we'll go to the lines and Skype as well, which our Skype ID is Biafra space Hello Motherland, one word. Biafra space Hello Motherland, one word.
Hello, Motherland.
Don Hila. Yeah.
Don't healer. Split the country into three republics. That's what we are saying. Split the country, give us Biafra. Split the country into three republics. That's what we are saying. Split the country, give us Biafra. Split the country into three republics. That's what we are saying. Split the country, give us Biafra. Truth is bitter, set us free. They say we'll be one Nigeria, but they treat us bad. One nation, that's how they deceive us. We all know the truth, they still they call us fool. But let me ask, who is fooling who? Split the country into three republics, Biafra, Arewa, and Oduduwa. I think you don't see what we are passing through. You still they ask me, no be lying, not true. Split the country into three republics, that's what we are saying. Split the country, give us Biafra. Split the country into three republics. That's what we are saying. Split the country, give us Biafra. Split the country into three republics. That's what we are saying. Split the country, give us Biafra. We get many things, but when the Owusaka here, we want to go in peace, but when the Hakajikwa here, they take us as slaves. They say they be born to lose. Biafra on the journey, but soon we go leech. They say they came for change. We are the agent of the change.
Baby lie, baby lie, baby lie, baby lie, yeah. Baby lie, baby lie, baby lie, baby lie, yeah. Make it free us, oh yeah, make it free us.
Split the country into three republics. That's what we are saying. Split the country, give us Biafra. Split the country into three republics. That's what we are saying. Split the country, give us Biafra. Split the country into three republics. That's what we are saying. Split the country, give us Biafra. We are calling on United Nations and the other world powers who sees what we are passing through in this country to split this country into three republics and give us Biafra for the interest of peace, equity, and unity. That is what we want.
Hello, Motherland.
All right. Good morning and welcome once again. This is Radio Biafra South Africa. And we are coming to you live and direct from Johannesburg. Johannesburg is the city of gold. That's right. It is the city of gold indeed. And this is a breakfast show of Radio Biafra South Africa. And it is called Hello Motherland. A breakfast show dedicated to all Biafrans around the world, but most importantly and particularly to Biafrans in Motherland, Biafra. This show is dedicated to all the hardcores, all the heroes and heroines, and most importantly to our past heroes who have spilled their blood for this cause, that we may get Biafra. And because of this we say, it is either Biafra or nothing. Right. Welcome once again. Right now, I'm going to hand over to my co-host, Magnus Ago, for, to him to give us an analysis of the news that I've just read and give us his input, briefly, because Biafrans are calling. Biafrans are waiting. Biafrans wants to talk to us. They want to get interactive. Please, wherever you are, bear with us. We will open our line shortly, and you will be able to call Hello Motherland. And please, when you call us, I want you to say Hello Motherland, because it is all about Biafra. Right, that's correct. And you will also be able to get hold of us on our Skype line. Our Skype ID is Biafra space Hello Motherland. Biafra space Hello Motherland. That's right. Now let me hand over to Magnus. Over to you, Magnus.
Hello. Good morning, Motherland. Good morning to every hardcore Biafran. Good morning to all our ancestors who laid down their lives to reject slavery and dispossession. My name is Magnus Ago. I'm from Biafra land area in Ngobala, from for OBK. Yes, pertaining to the analysis of the blogs that were posted by the concerned Biafrans about the commentary of the British commissioner who name is called Mr. Arkwright, by the comment which he assumed that it is right before his passing, and as a face of the British representative in their crafted zoological republic of Nigeria. We don't believe restructuring of Nigeria, that we stand in one indivisible Nigeria. To me, this is a comment by a lost soul, a soul that is being guided by greed of materialism and racial prejudice. To point here, as an African, as an indigenous person from Biafra land, it is very insultive to the generality of Biafrans and Africa. That how can a nation that was created and concepted as an artificial assimilation, which was used to destroy the black African indigenous people, still have the audacity to have a view of their intention? Does it signify that Britain is still using some African people as face of imperialism to champion their heinous crime against indigenous nations? By even imagining with his confidence of approach and commentary, does that not tell us who are the in toto owner and bona fide owner and ruler of the Nigeria. If the British could not stop Scotland, Ireland, Wales from their self-determination quest, then why is it when it comes to Biafra and its people, the British take sides and biasness with an evil intent? I assume that it is high time the black Africans and the Biafran indigenous people should be wise and know the reason why they are being forced to be what they don't wish to be. Since the struggle of Biafra from our ancestors and forefathers who have refused to be subjugated into slavery till date, the British have never left the shores of our blessed promised land. They have been telepathing, guiding the house niggers who have accepted their fate to serve their masters just to receive crumbs and answer as a superior tribe through religious brainwashed fanaticism that they have continued to project violence without any sign of remorse. I could say that the situation today we Biafrans are into, it is orchestrated by the British, whose only mission has only been dispersal, destruction, and annihilation. Could the British commissioner humanly assume that this commentary of undivisible Nigeria, may I ask, where does such commentary come from? Who gave him that authority to make such commentary? Does it mean that the British see themselves now as God? Does it mean that the British see Nigeria as a godly made thing? Or is just using the black man as an experimental tool, which to date they have continued to experiment with the black race? Yes, if I could remember vividly, that the same British who continue to make statements of this went to war in Yugoslavia to dissolve Yugoslavia and brought out new nations called Croatia, Macedonia, Kosovo, and many others. But when it comes to the interests of the indigenous black African people, it becomes a language and a terminology called indivisible. Where has that ever been done in the civilized world? Why I'm picking this matter so seriously and angered? I am highly angered by the commentary of a foreign mercenary whose only aim is to destabilize the black race. If they feel that we are human, and if they feel that we have got right, if they feel that we have got dignity, I don't think a whole learned commissioner will make such statements. It still continues to be a repetition of history, where the black race and the indigenous people of Biafra were sold from the bit of Biafra into many nations in the world, where they were scattered and become slaves without opinion of their own. So I believe and I advise the British to harmoniously lay down in the matter that concerns the indigenous people of Biafra. If they could not show any remorse of their action in their participation of extermination of over 5 to 6 million of our people, then that means they still have more evil intent to carry out more annihilation. So as it stands, it is left for the Biafran people to use their tongue and count to their teeth and know whatever they have been facing, where actually it's coming from. Because I believe if the rat in the rat that is from the house did not inform the rat from outside that there is some leftover food in the old woman's kitchen, I don't think anyone will be aware of what is happening inside. So I believe that our so-called African black brothers should be conscious of them not being used as instruments of destruction. That is why we say that Biafra should be allowed to be, so that there will be a cordial relation between us. Not an outsider coming to tell us on how to live, which is their own creativity and their own imagination, which they feel that it must come to reality without minding the consequence of what it affects the indigenous people. So my people from Motherland, Biafra, everybody should be aware and be well articulated in this situation we are, that the conspiracy is real. And we should be wise to tackle our matter for our self-freedom. Yes, my comrade here, who is the host, also touched in the area of the Fulani Maniks that have been engulfing the Biafran land. On my take on this, I view it as part of the Fulani headsmen global West African outreach through their jihadist intent and conversion. As we could all know, I believe some students of history who are out there listening will understand the instruction that was given to them by their great-grandfather, whom they call Usman Dan Fodio. His vision of dipping the Quran to the sea. I don't believe that we should be domiciled about this matter. It is a matter that is of great concern. That anyone out there should be watchful, because the invaders are already on our land. And our able director, Mazi Nandekalo, once spoke about this, that we should not be domiciled about this situation. Subtly and covetously and cunningly, they are intruding into our land through the institution called Nigeria. If the soldiers and the armed forces of the Nigerian state can probably give them all the logistical needs, so imagine what the secret intention is all about. But I will say and advise that our people in Motherland should remember the past, the warriorness of our ancestors who stood against every odd to repel to repel our aggressors, and let them to know that they have got a boundary, and that boundary should be respected. Let us not be weakened, because Biafrans are warriors. Biafrans are very resolute people. We are fearless in the face of any aggression or any injustice. We are a people who believe in equity. If these people believe in equity, why should they come to our land with weapons of war, destroy our farmland? This is exactly what was done in the Sahara regions, where most of the indigenous people were dispersed. Or the people who could say today that are in a state of suffering are artificial creation of poverty, which was based on dispossession, which was based on annihilation. Imagine when somebody chases you away from your farmland, what will be the future of your next generation? These are important issues that I believe that the enlightened people of our land should not feel less concerned about, and take it upon themselves and enlighten the youth to resist the Fulani headsmen, because they have never stopped the mission of their ancestors. They have never stopped the jihadist movement. They have never given up on their mission. They are conscious of their mission. We can assume them as a people who are not interested in materialistic accumulation or looking so beautiful outwardly, but because they are conscious of their mission, they pretend as if they don't need those things until it is complete. So my people, Motherland, the Russians call Russia Motherland, Mother Russia. I believe we send this message that all of us out there who are hardcore believers in the restoration of our beautiful and lovely nation, Biafra, I encourage all to continue in the struggle. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to strengthen everyone out there to continue the evangelization and awareness. Thank you, all comrade in fervent in the Lord. All hail Mother Biafra.
Call Motherland now, +27 622 415 601, +27 622 415 601. Call Motherland now. Call Motherland now, +27 622 415 601, +27 622 415 601. Call Motherland now.
All right. Good morning and welcome once again. This is still Radio Biafra South Africa, coming to you live and direct from Johannesburg. Thank you, my co-host Magnus Agor. That was well delivered, well articulated. Indeed, you are a great Biafrans. All right, we must continue. Our lines are now open and you can call us. I think we have a caller on the line. Caller on the line, please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello.
Hello. Your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Chibike. I'm calling from Onitsha, Biafra land.
All right, Chibike, please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy for this program, who is educating our people about what is happening. And I'm very happy also today that I could get this radio. The problem we are having is that some of our people, I don't know what have come over them. They don't hear. They don't use their senses. So I don't see the reason why the foreigners should come and take over our land and doing whatever they want. Anyway, coming to the British High Commissioner, Only thing I have to say is that the man is insane because he is enjoying his freedom, and that is why he don't know what we are passing through. They think that Africa is a business avenue, moreover this Nigeria. That is the reason why they do and say whatever they want. But I know by God's special grace, this time they cannot stop us. All we need is Biafra and nothing more. Whatever they want to say, whatever they want to do, they are saying what they want and they are doing what they want. We are the people who are suffering from the hands of the British and this Hausa Fulani men. So what we need now is our freedom. And they cannot tell us what to do and they cannot direct us. What we are looking for and what we are saying is Biafra. Our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, have taught us and opened our eyes to see their tricks and their divide and rule system. So whatever they want to say is not our question. What we want is Biafra. I'm very, very happy for all you are doing, all your efforts. And we must join our hands together until Biafra comes. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, my brother, and God bless you. Next caller on the line. Next caller on the line, please. Your name and where you're calling from. Next caller on the line, please. Can you please turn down your radio, please? Unbelievable. All right, next caller, please. Your name and where you're calling us from.
Hello, my name is Nyebuchi. Of course, I'm calling from Maputo, Mozambique.
Yes, my brother. Please go ahead, but please turn down your radio. It is interfering. All hell Biafra. Please turn down your radio, comrade, and then. Can you please turn down your radio?
Thank you guys for the job you are doing for us. The job is great, and I love what you are doing. Keep on doing it. All I'm saying is what we need is Biafra, nothing else but Biafra. All
Absolutely.
We need is Biafra. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. Thank you very much.
God bless you.
Thank you very much for that call. Next caller, please. Your name and where you're calling from.
Please, can I speak Igbo?
Yes, you can. It is from Motherland. You can. But you must understand that Biafra is not only Igbo. But I will allow you, my sister. Go ahead.
Okay, you not allow me.
Now, Wall, go ahead. Go ahead.
Can I speak Igbo?
Yes, you may. Your name and where you're calling from. Sorry, Mama. What is your name? My sister, what is your name and where you're calling from?
I'm calling from Onisha.
And your names? Go ahead.
Na ihe ga-eme ka anyị pụta n'ebe ahụ na anyị kwụsị tupu okike abịa ama na ọwụghị aha ya na anyị si na anyị kwụsị ịkpọ ya tupu okike abịa na anyị kpọba ya aha ya na ọnwụ na anyị akpọ aha ya na anyị akpọta aha ya kwere na-ekwunye Biafra na anyị ga-eji men na ọchịchị igugharịa na Islamic Church na anyị were aha ya na ọ sịrị odumegwu ojukwu eji akpọ ya chukwu oke ọ sịrị ọwụ ya ebe a anyị ọ na-awakpọ usoro ọ naghị ekwu eme na ihe a ga-eme ka anyị pụta ebe a na ọnwụ na akpọkpọ aka ya okwu hapụga ịkpọ ya jikwu akwụkwọ ya bịa gbasara ọwa anyị ga-apụta na aka otu ya.
Okay. Thank you, my sister. Thank you for calling. Thank you, my sister. Thank you for calling Radio Biafra South Africa. All right. We must continue. We don't normally, though now and then we do allow people to speak in their local dialects, But for the benefit of, most of our listeners around the world, we prefer if you can speak English, that will be fine, so that, people will hear and understand. Only exceptions we do give now and then for people to speak Biafran languages. As you know, Biafra covers, across many tribes and language. All right. Good morning once again, and you are welcome to Radio Biafra South Africa. It is a live broadcast coming to you from Johannesburg. Our lines are still open, and you can call Hello Motherland. Caller on the line, your name and where you're calling from, please.
Now and then we do the local dialect, but the benefits of for listening to war.
Can you please tell us? Can you please tell us your name again and where you're calling from?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Your name and where you are calling from.
Okay. My name is Olem Igor.
Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
I hope I'm coming out clear.
Yes, you're coming out clear. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm talking from precisely. Two.
Your line is not holding. Your line is breaking.
What he's saying. We are not interested in commission or commission, whatever. They are just going to the price of Biafra. And we will continue. Like what my brother said last night, the people from into the airport. He said, let our people in the U.S. have a lot to do. The parliament, they have they should hit the air, the head. That's what we are passing through. Meet Russia, there's no Putin. They should meet him. Tell him what they are passing through. If there's anything we will sacrifice, that's fun. We will sacrifice. If we are waiting for British or France, they are okay to do anything because what they are doing from Nigerian government is enough. They are only interested in their economic interests, interested in what we are saying. Let us put that together and work harder. I know we are making a try, but we need to put more effort. We need to put more effort we can do to free ourselves oppressors. The picture of this Fulani herdsmen, the men, they are terrible. These have been sophisticated weapons. And we don't even have proper actors. We don't even have their gun. There's no way you can use knife to chase somebody. It doesn't work that way. We are the Biafra land. We are facing the challenges. There's no way to waste bullets here. The last, if the video to send to people there, what happened on 20th of January?
My brother, keep it short. Keep it short.
Yes. We are not talking of that because we are doing those things. To make that side, we need help from them. The necessary heads. If there's anything we will sacrifice for them. Thank you very much. My name is Yodi. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you for the call. Please, if you call us, keep it short. There are so many people waiting to get through, and we want to take as many calls as we can. Next caller on the line. Your name and where you're calling from, please. Your name and where you're calling from.
Hello?
Yes. Yes. Your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Sinedu. I'm calling from Enugu in Biafra land.
Go ahead, my brother.
Okay, thank you. First of all, I want to thank South African people and for what they are doing to ensure that our Motherland is being restored. But there's one impression I want to correct.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Go ahead.
Yeah, well, that woman that called from Anambra and was saying that the name of people, the name of our God is not Chukwu Okadiamo. I want to tell that woman that she don't know what she's talking about. The way she sounded proved to me that maybe she's coming from somewhere. The name of our God is Chukwu Okadiamo.
All right, my brother. Just go ahead and give your.
I'm going to tell you that the name of Chukwu is not Chukwu Okadiamo.
It is well understood. Correct.
The name I will call him.
My brother.
The name of called him.
My brother, that's correct. Just go ahead and give your input. I understand. Go ahead and give your input.
Thank you very much. The name is Chukwu Okadiamo. That's the name we call him. No, that name is Chukwu Okadiamo. Chukwu Okadiamo. I don't know where that woman came from. I don't know who must have sent her. To tell her that the name is not Chukwu Okadiamo. Now the name we called him. Even our that name.
My brother, it's okay. Can you go ahead and make your comment? We've heard that.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, man. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for calling Radio Biafra. All right. As you can see, Biafrans are so passionate about their country. They are so fanatic about their country. All right. And that is actually a good thing. It shows us that Biafra will come. We're still taking your call. Caller on the line, please. Your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, my name is Chukwudi, and I'm calling you right now from Mbo in Anambra State.
Go ahead, Chukwudi. Go ahead.
Okay. I want to thank you for what you guys are doing for us. But I want to make it very clear this morning. We are Biafrans, and we will continue to do what we have to do as Biafrans. We are not interested in the restructuring of Nigeria. Nigeria is dead, and there is nothing anybody can do about it. We are Biafrans. We are fighting for the restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra, and that is where we stand. We have nothing to do with Nigeria. We are not going to say anything about whatever is happening in Nigeria. What concerns us is how to restore our nation. And British should understand that we, the indigenous people of Biafra, we have come to get Biafra. It doesn't matter who you are. We don't care what they are saying. It doesn't matter what they are talking about. What matters for us is the restoration of our sovereign nation, Biafra. That is our fatherland, and that is who we are. We are not Nigeria. Nigeria is a man-made, created by a Scottish man called Frederick Lugard, criminal that fall from the United Kingdom to this part of the world to create people. It is only God, Chukwu Okadiamo, that have the power to create human beings, not man. Ordinary man cannot create human beings. So Nigeria was made by man, created by man. So therefore, because man created Nigeria, Nigeria must be destroyed by men. So Nigeria can no longer hold. Nigeria has expired. Everyone should know that. We are fighting for the restoration of sovereign state of Biafra. It doesn't matter how many they kill. It doesn't matter how many they imprison. We must get our freedom. Simple. Scottish people are today talking about going for the second referendum, and British people have not sent armor tanks on the street to kill them, to shoot them, to arrest them, but they are here supporting somebody who occupy the illiterate, the man who have no certificate. They are supporting him to kill innocent Biafra. And people are here, they're talking about restructuring. Don't punish anybody who is talking about restructuring. There is nothing to restructure in this useless contraption they call Nigeria. This place is the home of devil. So anybody who lives here is living in the home of the devil. So Nigeria is a second abode, and we will live with Satan. Hausa Fulanis are Satan. They are devil, law-sucking demons. They love to kill. We don't love to kill. We love life because that is why we call human being. Man came to the beauty of life. We don't take life.
These people are born to take life. We don't take life. So therefore, we cannot be in the same country with these useless, imbecilic, useless idiots called our Fulanis. We are not the same. We will never be the same. We are taken by Biafra. That is who we are. We will live in our land, our fatherland. That land is land of Biafra. And Biafra is restored. And we will rejoice and greet our Heavenly Father to go regard them. Thank you this morning. I want to say we are glad each time we hear voice, and I pray that God will give you the grace to continue. Thank you, my very brother.
Ise, Mwachineke. That's a very passionate, hardcore Biafran. I can understand where he is coming from, you know. I mean, Biafrans are people who have been through a lot. We've been through genocide. They have killed us. They have slaughtered us. We are still taking your call. This is still Radio Biafra, South Africa. So keep calling.
Call Motherland now, +27 622 415 601, +27 622 415 601. Call Motherland now.
All right, call on the line, please. Your name and where you're calling from. Caller on the line. Are you still there? Can you hear? If you can hear me, tell us where you're calling from. Your name and where you're calling from. All right, let's go to another call. Caller on the line, your name and where you're calling from. All right, the line did not hold. You're still welcome to Radio Biafra South Africa, and we are still taking your call. Good morning. This is Radio Biafra South Africa. Your name and where you're calling from.
Hello.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Motherland.
And your names are?
Motherland.
Your names?
My name is Kinedu Edge.
All right, please go ahead. Biafrans are listening.
Hello?
Go ahead, Biafrans are listening. All right, let's go to Skype. Let's see if we can take a call at Skype.
Radio Biafra.
Caller on the line, your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning.
Please turn down your radio, please. Turn down your radio, please.
Hello?
Can you turn down your radio, please? Can you turn down your radio, please?
All right, please go ahead. Your friends are listening.
All right, we cannot take a call when the radios are, interfering. Okay, let's go to the phone lines once again. All right, this one has just dropped. Please, if you call us, make sure that your radio, set is off. It's switched off completely so that it does not interfere. Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Ezanyala. I'm calling from Cameroon. I'm from Okuzo in the local government, Anambra State, Biafra land.
All right, welcome to the show. Go ahead.
I'm calling the Motherland to give my own view in what is happening.
That's right. Go ahead.
As the French ambassador said that Biafra has no future. People should understand why he say that. Because, where I live in Cameroon, there's a problem. That the French people is the one who has Cameroon. And the British is the one who have Nigeria. So, and the British was, Amazonia was colonized by British. And they are trying to succeed from Cameroon. And Biafra is trying to come out from Nigeria. So maybe it's one of the agreements to share, to make the Biafra not come out from Nigeria so that the French, the Amazonia will remain in French people. So that's what is going on now. Everybody should understand why they are saying that it's part of the agreement.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. We're listening. Hello.
Goodbye.
All right. Thank you for that, word of thoughts, with regards to what is happening, the cohesion between the British and the French. But you know, Biafrans, we are smart people, and we are smarter. All right, let's go to Skype again. Caller on Skype, your name and where you calling from.
Hello.
Oh,
My name is Okafor Nyakashi. I'm calling from Malaysia.
all right. Go ahead. Biafrans are listening.
My brother, thank you very much for your efforts. I must congratulate you for what you're doing for us, Biafrans. Please, I would like to ask, when is our leader appearing in court for the hearing? Hello?
Let's go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Please, I want to know, when is he appearing in court again for his hearing? I don't really get the dates.
I believe he's appearing in March 21, the 21st of March this month.
This month?
That's correct.
Okay. Thank you, sir. That's what I want to know. Thank you for the good work, and please keep it up.
All right. Thank you for calling Radio Biafra.
And may Chukwu come and continue to bless us. In your shall we pray.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right. We must continue. And we are still taking your calls. Let's go to the lines once again. Good morning. You're welcome to Radio Biafra South Africa. This is Hello Motherland. Your name and where you calling from.
Hello, Motherland.
Hello. Go ahead. Your name and where you calling from. Are you still there? Caller on the line, your name and where you calling from.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Your name and where you calling from.
I'm calling from Iguacha, precisely.
And your names are?
My name is Chisom.
Chisom who?
I'm calling from Chisom Owama.
That's correct. All right, go ahead. Biafrans are listening.
Okay, sir. So I thank you people for the work that people are doing for us. I said, my Chukwu Kikabia must strengthen people and bless you people in the mighty name of Yahweh. So I thank you people very much. It's not easy to live for freedom. I know that after everything that is due with you, after everything, we have our freedom. May God bless you people in the name of Yahweh.
He say, and thank you for calling. Thank you for calling. All right. All right. Still Radio Biafra South Africa. We are coming to you live and direct from Johannesburg. We are a satellite station of Radio Biafra, London, and this is Hello Motherland. Caller on the line, your name and where you calling from, please.
Good morning. Hello Motherland.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra, Hello Motherland.
Yeah, my name is Augustus Ndokoba Iwo. Yeah, I'm there.
Where are you calling from?
My name is Augustus Iwo Ndokoba. I'm from Ayazumbi, it's a local government in Biafra land.
All right, go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, well, I'm thanking God that our people are responding, and they should keep people from Biafra land. I'm also encouraging them. They should not resist. They should stand on their ground and allow those that are outside the country to channel any other thing there. I mean, that we can be channel all over the world to make sure that we restore our land. They should stand on their ground and stop resisting all these powerful and herdsmen that are roaming around. They should continue to be at watch, prayerful, and stand on their ground, as I said earlier. I believe that they will run away from that land when the time comes. And I'm also asking our people that are here in South Africa, that mainly those that are in Johannesburg, Cape Town, and Durban, they should wake up and make sure that they continue corresponding, evangelizing the good news of Biafra, so that every little corner of this land of South Africa will continue hearing about IPOB. And That is it. I'm also praying for our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because every moment of the day I'm always praying for him, as he have come up and tried to inspire us. But the good Lord must not guide and protect him, and guide and protect all IPOB members, those that they were castrated in the zoo prisons. Coming 20th and 21st of this month, our leader must surely be released. And no man born of a woman can be able to say no. Because God has been written. And whatever God has written, it has been written. I'm also praying that our deputy director and all the officers worldwide, that the good Lord continue to bless them and protecting them and bless the entire families. Because this work is, we are coming to an end of our freedom. No man born of a woman, even Britain, cannot stop us because we have wake up. But the moment our people say, when you wake up from sleep, that is your own time. We, the African people, we have rise up and we are not going back. Enough is enough. Any demon, any man or woman, being from Britain or the zoo, Nigeria, they must surely be perished. That is my prayer. And they will never stand the fire of the Most High God, because we are from the Most High God, and no man born of a woman can be able to stop us, not to exist. As they are planning to eliminate all Biafrans, that it will surely go back to them. Anywhere moment they are planning evil against my people, against our people, let the fire of the Most High God destroy them. And they will never succeed. Even the P25 in Buhari, I think his last days have come to an end. But maybe he is hearing my voice at this moment. He must surely be perished. Him and the entire family. Even the next 20 generation to come, they will never see good end in their life. I'm also encouraged, Obasanjo, Tawa is number one criminal. The number one fraudly in that zoo, Nigeria. Look at Kaki Center and the learning that they have a share in that Mantic. They have a share there. They should go and arrest him. He's a criminal. That is where they're dumping our money. Every week he always comes down to South Africa here, dumping the money that he steals. And there people, may the good Lord continue to bless you in the studio, protecting you people there. You are doing a good job. Please, we need to increase more and more. A good Lord bless you.
Yes, sir. And thank you for the call. All right. We do appreciate your calls from all over Biafra land and all over the world. Right now, I do have a guest in the studio, like I said earlier on. And I will allow him to, introduce himself. I will still get back to the line to take more calls. Yeah. So hang in there. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Don Hila.
With the people of the Eastern region, we are saying this is all we need. With the people of the Eastern region, we are saying this is all we need. So Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah. Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah. Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah. Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah.
See the whole nation, jaga jaga. Everything, everywhere, done scatter scatter. See the whole nation, jaga jaga. Everything, everywhere, done scatter scatter. They my hold us down, they won't let go. They won't let go. They hold us down, they won't let go. They won't let go. So we are calling our United Nations, EU and other world powers to rescue Biafra.
Green, black, red, the sunrise. With the people of the Eastern region, we are saying this is all we need. With the people of the Eastern region, we are saying this is all we need. So Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah. Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah. Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah. Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah.
We are fed up with one Nigeria. Them are killing us, they slaved us. Them are trying to make us Muslims, all because of oil. Why? In our own land, they know if we stand, though, they all gonna follow. United we stand, though, they cannot divide us. Not anymore. Not anymore.
With the people of the Eastern region, we are saying this is all we need. With the people of the Eastern region, we are saying this is all we need. So Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah. Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah. Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah. Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah.
All glory to Chukwu Okike Abiama, the God of Biafran, faith and hope of Biafrans. Namunde Kano, we the IPOB freedom fighters, we salute you, we respect you, we stand in solidarity with you always. Uche Mofo and all principal officers, we thank you. All Biafrans, remain resolute, remain formidable.
Hello, Motherland.
All right. Good morning once again and welcome. This is Radio Biafra South Africa. We are coming to you live and direct from Johannesburg. And this is Hello Motherland. And this show is dedicated to all the hardcore Biafrans all over the world. But most importantly, the hardcores, the heroes, the heroine, and all the people that have spilled their blood, for the cause of this struggle and for the restoration of our motherland, Biafra. This show is dedicated to all of you in the motherland. All right, we must continue. We're still taking your calls, but however, I would like to, get somebody here in the studio to introduce himself. He is somebody I respect so much. He is like a mentor for us, IPOB here in South Africa, Yes, I would love to introduce him, but rather, I believe it is more, it makes more sense when he introduces himself. N'ihi na asị na ọ dị mma ka onye ọbụla were aka ya mee gịnị kpọrọ onye akamụ. N'ihi nke a nna anyị ukwu ngwa biko were aka gị kpọrọ onye akamụ. Tell Biafrans who you are, and where you're from. And then a little, word of encouragement. Then we'll go back to the land. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Mazi Ikechukwu Onoha. Thank you also, Mazi Ucheme, for our deputy. Thank you, Biafrans. My name is Apostle Augustus Shetash Shuku Ademoha. I am from Olo in Imo State, Biafra land. I'm so happy to be in this show this morning. And I believe that we are all happy together to be in the show and then listening to Radio Biafra. It is most shocking to me when I hear what the leaders, pastors, conducting prayers for peace of the whole world. I so much believe that indigenous people are people that have their rights as human beings. There is no how the whole world will have peace unless indigenous people are freed, unless they are allowed to have their rights. Praying for peace of the whole world is a waste of time. And I believe there's going to be more crises in countries in time to come unless we look into situations and allow indigenous people to be free. Biafrans has been suffering in the hand of Nigeria British colonies. And I believe the only way forward for Nigeria is to allow Biafra to go. This is not done or has to be done by force. There must be a referendum. Nigeria government should allow Biafran to decide whether to remain in Nigeria or not. Otherwise, I want to use this opportunity to speak to pastors, bishops, and some other religious leaders. Prayers are important, but we must pray wisely. I so much respect a person like Apostle Suleiman, who once upon a time came up and spoke the mind of God. And persons like Prophet Okaf, who as well, who spoke to Nigerians saying, it is good that we decide to know whether we should be together or not. This happened in the Bible in the time past between Abraham and Lot. Abraham saw that there was a serious issue between him and his brother. And he told him, you stay this side and I stay this side, so that there may be peace among us. So I wonder to see these things happening today in Nigeria. You cannot force a people to be with you. It must be decided. Thank you, Biafrans. Thank you, Motherland.
Call Motherland now, +27 622 415 601, +27 622 415 601. Call Motherland now. Call Motherland now, +27 622 415 601, +27 622 415 601. Call Motherland now.
Hello, Motherland.
All right, you're welcoming back to Radio Biafra, and we are still taking your call. Let's go to the line. And I want to thank you, my able apostle. I will still come back to thank you so properly, but let me take the call quickly. Yes, caller on the line. Please, your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Ibezim. I'm calling from Anambra State.
All right.
I heard from the United States.
Please go ahead.
Can I go on?
Correct. Go ahead, please.
Please, I want to use this very small time just to thank for the progress of you people over there, and also to meet our local people, because what we are suffering in this so-called Nigeria, dirty country, unbearable to us. Some of you are outside, but what we are suffering locally here is something unbearable. You see, to have a cup of Gary in a family is something too hard to find. Unnecessary abuse, even dehumanization from the so-called police and so forth all over. But my great is that the God that made this act come out through the leadership of Mazen Africa. I'm using this very time to encourage every person, wherever you are suffering through, our God is alive. He will help us to see that we are out of it. But more especially, I'm that to make this very radio to come to us. Through this radio, whenever we hear of Biafra, we are always encouraged. We see that there is hope. We are yet totally finished. But whenever the radio comes on, myself personally, I feel shocked. I lost appetite, so forth. So I'm now very happy, mainly on this very station of the video at Johannesburg. That is not pressure. I'm just thanking. I'm showing my appreciation. God help all of you and all of us until our nation just the response. Because it is hard job. Faith, what is needed. Thank you so much.
You see? And thank you so much for the call. Like I always say, this radio station, Radio Biafra, is a radio of hope. It gives hope to Biafrans who are suffering in Motherland. And that's why this show is called Hello Motherland. And I tell you that this show is for all the Biafrans in the Motherland who are working, tirelessly, to ensure that the nation of Biafra is restored. We know, we understand the situation there, but we know that indeed, by the grace of Chukwoki Kabiama, Biafra will be restored and our people will be liberated. All right. If I have a caller on the line, please tell us your name and where you're calling from. Caller on the line, please go ahead. Caller on the line. All right. I want to thank our able apostle, for his presence this morning. We really appreciate your, presence, sir. We know you're a very busy man, but, you find time to come this morning to talk to Biafrans. We say, may Chukwoki Kabiama continue to bless you. You see? All right. Caller on the line, please. Your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, good morning, Motherland.
Good morning, Motherland. Your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Chukwudi Okorochukwu from Imo State, Uguta.
All right, go ahead.
Naba.
Go ahead, my brother. You're welcome to the show.
So we are happy to hear our broadcast from South Africa, Johannesburg. I am a member of IPOD, so we pray that to continue to strengthen you, energize you, and put more his words in your mouth to spread a good news to us. So thank you.
Thank you so much, and thank you for that words of encouragement. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Shalom.
Shalom, my brother. All right. This is still Radio Biafra, South Africa, coming live to you from Johannesburg, the city of gold. We are taking your calls. Our lines has been going so crazy this morning because people want to say hello to Motherland. We have no other place. We have no other country except Biafra. Biafra is our option A up to Z. You can keep your billions, keep your oil well, but give me Biafra. All right. Caller on the line, please. Your name and where you're calling from.
Hello.
Caller on the line, your name and where you're calling from.
Hello.
Can you please turn down your radio? It is interfering with our equipment here. Please turn down your radio.
Okay.
All right. Your name and where you're calling from.
Okay. I am Uche Okreke from Logbugu and Umucheze. Umucheze is in Umunochi of Abia State, Biafra land.
That's a beautiful name. Please go ahead.
I thank you for the new station, Motherland. You have bring for us. I thank God that this one, which is the Motherland, will enable the other one in London to make us. Are you with me?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, my brother.
Yes. I thank you so much for we have seen station nearer to us. I want to comment on the woman who says that Tukoka Adiama is not the name of our God. Please, I would like you to ask her the name of our Lord in our local language. because he came. This business, I don't think is a. I don't think that woman is an indigenous Biafra. Maybe come from somewhere else. Chukwuokikabiama is the proper name of our Lord God. So I strongly believe that what we are doing is the right thing. So I am very grateful as we have got the station that we have, the one of London, so that Uchemafo can have small rest. So Biafra is Biafra everywhere, and very soon Biafra will come. Nothing will hinder it. It has signed, and it will be fulfilled. Nothing will prevent it. So I thank all hardcore Biafrans not to relent. Let them be formidable. We are in the village. We are very formidable. Formerly, we don't hear from our village, but I'm grateful now we are hearing from our village. I thank you all. May Chukwuokikabiama bless everybody. I'm blessed Nnamdi Kanu Ohamadike. By the grace of God, he will come out very soon.
You say?
Whether the enemies like it or not. I am thanking all the new crew for the way they are addressing us. I also thank Uchemefo who helped to make this dream come to pass. I thank everybody, every Biafran all over the world. Let them continue. Sooner we will get to the promised land. May God bless. May Chukwuokikabiama bless all of us in Yahshua's name. Amen.
We
will get the public of Biafra, whether they like it
all
or
right,
not.
My
all
brother
right.
is here. He wants to talk to you.
Please make it brief and short. Biafrans are waiting to call in.
I am Ebubechukwu Okereke, calling from Abia, Motherland.
We are in Abia.
God bless you.
We are in Abia. Abia is very big. We are in Abia. You're calling from.
Survive. And we are going to make it. No matter anything they do to stop it, they will never succeed in it. This is all I have to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
May Chukwuokikabiama continue to bless each of us for the good work we are doing. The Republic of Biafra is coming soon. The whole world is aware of everything. You can't see a good thing and you say that it's a bad thing. It is impossible.
All right.
So the reason why I'm speaking right now, I'm telling the whole world for them to come for this problem as in how things is it. We are thankful and grateful.
My brother, keep it short.
Continue to bless you.
Thank you.
This is all I have.
Thank you, and may he bless you too. Right, you are still tuned to Radio Biafra South Africa. We are coming to you live and direct from Johannesburg, the city of gold. And this is Hello Motherland. This program is dedicated to all Biafrans in the motherland and Biafrans all around the world, all the heroes and heroines, and those who have been killed, those who have been slaughtered because of the struggle. We dedicate this show to you. Briefly, I want to, explain to the understanding of many that the name Chukwuokikabiama simply means the God that when you come closer to him, you will know him better. Chukwu Okike Abiama. Abiama means Abiamara. When you come to him, you will know him. You will not know him from afar. We are the chosen generation. I'm talking about the Biafrans. And we have been closer to Chukwu and Okike Abiama. That's why we know him better. And we are telling people, come and get to know this God. So there is nothing mystic. There is nothing, misunderstanding about this name. It's a very easy and simple name that has a simple meaning. Chukwu Okike Abiama. Biaya nsoki imegini ke maraya. So don't get it twisted. We are still taking your calls in Radio Biafra, South Africa. We are a satellite station under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the director of Radio Biafra worldwide, and under the leadership of Mazi Uchemefo, who is the deputy director, Radio Biafra worldwide. All right, let's go back to the lines and see who we have. Hello, Motherland. Your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, my brother.
You're welcome.
Yes. My name is Ida Bochisondi. I'm calling from Aba, Abia State, Biafra.
Go ahead, my brother.
I love this program, seriously. I like it too much. There was somebody that introduced me until I tuned my radio this morning, and I've been listening to it. I was impressed. And I pray that God will continue oiling your bone, your marrow, and anointing to continue. Because this is the right way to follow. So that the world will know that we are commendable. So that the world will know that Biafrans are Biafrans. We are not Nigerian. Let me say my mind. We are not Nigerian. We have nothing to do with Nigeria, and we cannot be Nigeria. We are going, is that we are going. Let them do what they want to do. Let them go and invite Satan, their master. They cannot stop Biafra going. Biafra are going. Because God, our God, Chukwu Okike Abiama, is on our side. That is why we cannot go back. We have come out, is that we have come out. And we are going.
All right.
God bless you and God bless Biafra. And bless our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. In the name of Yahweh, I pray.
Machineke, thank you for the call. All right, we must continue. You are still tuned to Radio Biafra South Africa, and we are coming to you live and direct from Johannesburg. And I still have, my guests here with me here in the studio. And obviously, we will be, looking at some issues here that we need to discuss. I would like to get his input with regards to the Biafra fundamental principles and policy. This document is basically about the structure of the new proposed government of Biafra, how we intend to rule our people, or rather, how our people will want to be ruled, because we are not there to dictate or rule anybody, but we allow the people to take the power in their hands and decide, because the power belongs to the people. All right. Welcome once again to Radio Biafra South Africa. Caller on the line, welcome to Hello Motherland. Your name and where you calling from? Caller on the line. Caller on the line. Are you still there? Caller on the line, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead. Your name and where you calling from?
Okay, I am Innocent Israel, calling from Ukwo on Anambra State.
Correct. Go ahead, my brother.
Hello?
Yes, please go ahead. Your friends are listening.
Hello, I am Innocent Israel, calling from Ukwo, Anambra State.
I heard you, my brother. That's why I say, please go ahead. Your friends are listening.
Okay,
Right. That call has just dropped. Let's see who else we have on the line. Good morning. Hello, Motherland. Your name and where you calling from?
Hello.
Yes.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Give us your name and where you are calling from.
Yeah, I'm calling from Aba. Good morning, sir.
All right. And your names, please?
Yeah, my name is Gasone Sondojma. I'm from Ezilo in Ebon State.
Welcome to the show. Please go ahead.
Yeah, please. Yeah, please. There's one thing that I want to tell you people that God. Yeah. Please don't be offended. I will speak this on it, but don't be offended.
All right. All right.
Can I go ahead?
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Biko, my brother. Hello?
My brother, is there a reason why you want to speak it in Igbo?
Yes.
What are
Hello?
the reasons? What are the reasons? Because we want our viewers to understand. I mean, our listeners all over the world to understand. Why do you want to speak it in Igbo?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead. Why do you want to
Yeah,
say it in Igbo?
Okay. O nwere ozi Chukwuka ga-amasị m ihe ụmụ Biafra concerning what is going on.
All right, go ahead. We have lost that caller. I don't know what happened. But please call us back again so that you can deliver the message. All right. The line is buzzing. Motherland is buzzing. Everybody wants to speak to Motherland Biafra. Radio Biafra is a radio of hope. It gives hope to our people who are being tortured, our people who are being maltreated in that zoological republic, in that contraption called Nigeria. Radio Biafra job is to give hope, is to let our people know that there is future, and that future is Biafra. Hello, Motherland. Your name and where you're calling from, please. Hello, Motherland. Your name and where you're calling from. Caller on the line. Can you hear me? Caller on the line, please. Your name and where you're calling from.
Hello. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, my name is Anyang Uzoma from Biafra land.
Where in Biafra land?
In Ungwa land. I'm from Ungwa.
All right, please go ahead.
Yes, there is something that I want to say because I've been listening to this Biafran radio from South Africa since morning, and there are a lot of people that I'm not hearing their calls. Like people from our brothers from Akwa Ibom, I'm not hearing their voice. And also, my brothers from England, I'm not hearing their voice. So I want to speak in my local dialect.
All right, go ahead and speak in your dialect, my brother. As you know, this is a new station, and the people are still getting to know about it. And I believe in the future, when the news is out, people will start calling in.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Now, what I want to tell them, because album Anyanwu Uzoma from Tifanya Ugumba, from Tifanya Ugumba, Kinsa. I beg, unu bi n'ikola ihe Biafra anyị na-ekwu ya. Lord is very, very important. Ọ dị mkpa. Ụmụnne m deda n'olu m now. Unu kwa nọ ndị Radio Biafra. And thank God anyị enwetala some Radio Biafra from distance. Nke dịrị anyị izu now, na-akpọ na phone. Biko unu nye na-aga ka anyị restore ya na distance. Adịghị ọzọ m na-ekwu otu ndị Fulani ji na-agagharị ebe anyị. Right from Ishite Umweka, they were in Tia Junction. They turned into too much. Only we can join on the other here and align. So that can tell you for now. So Oga, thank you very much. We should keep it on. Thank God.
Right. Thank you so much for calling in. I like what he said. Also, let us ask these people a question. Ka John Hajuji Hana Chona Alanye. So come out and let's ask this Fulani herdsmen what they are looking for in the land of children of Chukwuka Abiyama. Thank you, my brother, for the call.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. You're still tuned to Radio Biafra South Africa. And this is Hello Motherland. We are still taking your calls. And obviously, we need to just have a little bit discussion, with regards to this Biafra policy document. I really want us to discuss about it because it has to, do with the structures of the newly proposed Biafran nation, how our people want to be governed. All right. As I read before, it is Biafra fundamental principles and policy. I'm going to read this through, and then obviously I will allow our able apostle in the studio here to give me his input and understanding with regards to this document. And then we'll go back to the line as we are about, to wrap up this program for the day. All right. This document says the state of Biafra shall be a union of voluntary nations with the same irreducible value system, culture, and historical ties. To join the Union of Biafra, each proposed constituent nation or sub-nation listed below must vote in a referendum where they will unambiguously assert their will to be part of the Union of the State of Biafra. There shall be no inducement, coercion, force, pressure, or arm twisting. The rebirth of the State of Biafra shall be a coalition of willing nations under the protections of the Most High Supreme Creator of the universe, God Almighty, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, in whose grace and protection we place our trust. This is brilliant. Brilliant in the sense that basically what this document is talking about is for anybody or for any nation to be part of the State of Biafra, there shall be a consensus among the people, among that people to say, we want to be part of Biafra. And in order to do that, they will go through what you call a referendum. What is a referendum? A referendum is basically people deciding their future, people deciding how they want to be governed, people deciding who they want to live with and who they don't want to live with. Referendum is a must, it's a compulsory for every democracy of the world. Any place you don't see people having the power to conduct a referendum, it means that something is wrong there. That whatever it is there that they call democracy, it is indeed an artificial democracy and not real. Like it is in the Zoological Republic, when you talk about a referendum, they get scared. They begin to shake. I mean, the question is, why are you shaking? Do you want to govern the people by force? No. So this is why Biafra in this document is elaborating how Biafran state will be formed. It will be a coalition of, willing nations. We are not going to force anybody to be a part of Biafra. We are going to allow you to do what? To decide whether or not you want to join the State of Biafra. Obviously, our offer is very attractive. What do I mean by our offer? We offer you human rights. We don't offer you money. We don't offer you oil well, but we offer you freedom. We offer you human rights, the right to decide what to do with God-given natural resources, in your area. So, Mazi Apostle, you've heard what I've just read and the elaboration I've given. What do you understand or what do you make of this document? Please briefly tell Biafrans, what you make of this document. Thank you.
Mazi Ikechukwu Honora, thanks so much. I want to start by saying you made mention of Nigeria. Nigeria government is always on panic whenever time referendum is mentioned. Based on that, there's no human right in Nigeria and there's no democracy in Nigeria. Sometimes I ask myself a question. Does these people in the government really understand what is governance? When I look at America is a nation we should look at and learn from their footsteps. Nigeria government believes so much in suppression, and they usually come up in giving a little light on human right whenever time people are up to talk about freedom. We are talking about freeing the indigenous people. It simply means like referring to a state. If we really want to live at peace and allow people to understand that they belong to a country. You should allow them to control what they have. Allow them to have their rights. So one of the problems of Nigeria government is because they believe that everything has to be achieved by force. And they understand very well, if referendum is conducted, or is being conducted, Nigeria will split without negotiation. They understand very well. Because there is nothing like government, and everything has been messed. Do you talk of government where people are being killed because they speak of what they see? Do you talk of government where people are being imprisoned because of saying the truth? I look at a place where we are now, a place like South Africa. A common man has got his rights. A common man can come up to ask the government, why is this being done like this way? A common man have got his right to question the president, to call the president, and the president will explain. Not a place like Nigeria. And I so much believe that the only way we can talk of freedom is by allowing a certain people to have their rights and control what they have. Thank you.
All right. That was well delivered, my able apostle, and well articulated. All right, quickly, Mazi Magnus Ago. This document talks about autonomous. All right, autonomous of the nations that intend to join Biafra. Now, let's see what this autonomous is all about. It says, the idea of national autonomy is based on the principle of equality of all constituent Biafran nations. They shall constitute the primary area of legislation, governance, management, and control of natural resources and issues relating to self-determination. Now, we are not talking about resource control. We are talking about control of the natural resources. You don't go to somebody's land and say to him, you know what, I'm going to take 100% and I will give you 2%. Or I will ask you to go and guide, the pipelines for me. That is an abomination. So in this document, Biafra is actually talking about the autonomy of the nations, their powers and ability to control what God has given to them. Please, Mazi Magnus, quickly, tell me what you make of this autonomy. What do you understand? Do you think we are going in the right direction, by saying this?
Thank you, my host, Mazi Onoha. Yes, what I take on this issue and about the policy documents of the Biafran restoration, I think this is the best bargain anyone can aspire to get. As it stands, I believe that the nation of Biafra has already been practicing this even before the criminal gangster Frederick Lord Lugard, as quite they call him a name. They call him a lord because when it comes to the black people, he becomes a lord, so that the intimidation will continue. So I believe that this policy document is an eye-opener to every nationality to exercise their individual right to have access to the resources that they were blessed with. And I don't think you get that anywhere. I believe that even the Europeans are doing such. They practice such. That's why you get a lot of small sovereign states in Europe. If we could imagine that Iceland has a population of 800,000 people could have a sovereign state of their own and control their resources, and you don't see their citizens hovering from country to country. You get the same thing in a country like Monaco, which is also a sovereign state in France, and I believe they are managing their own resources and independently being free, because freedom is one thing that will always inspire man to progress and aspire highly. So this policy document is a thing that should be influenced those who understand what freedom is all about. Freedom of control of what belongs to you. The way Nigeria is structured, it is highly skewed against a particular people. Imagine when a certain group of people will come begging you to remain, and you demand equity, and that equity is swept under the carpet. That means that it's highly skewed and very suspicious, and at the same time very wicked. If you have to wipe out even a whole village and pollute their waters and their land and even rape their women, and you still want them to be coerced into a nation that they have told you oftenly from the beginning that they have rejected it. I believe the struggle of our Biafran land, it has been an argument even from the time of Jajo Okobo against the British imperialists. So, as it stands, Britain and UK itself has been a nation that was formed by gangsters. And if they were actually a homogeneous nation as they claim to be, and they're imposing on Africans, I don't think Scotland and Wales and Ireland will be demanding what we are demanding today, because over 5 to 1,000 years, the same people are demanding what we are demanding. And Europe is slowly revolving back and building a homogeneous nations in their own continent, which allowed them to have peace and the progress of development. But when it comes to us here in this continent of ours, we have been forced into assimilation called artificial countries, whereby you impose the will of another ethnic tribe against another ethnic tribe, which have got different cultural values and opinions, and religious values also, which are different. So as Biafrans who believe in the law of equity from the original times, before we were conquered by the force of arm, which I believe is the only thing that the British and the French have, and as small countries they continue to invest into weapons of mass destruction just as a deterrent for those who might want to claim their right. So as it is, Biafrans who believe in the law of equity, which is God himself balancing every mankind in area where he wants them to be, and give them every resources that is needed for them to develop themselves, have really showed by these policy documents that those who might be having the mind of instigating that there's a tribe or what that will dominate them should realize that that is not about that. It is all about knowing your human values and know what your rights and resources you have, that it is you who have to manage it and develop it yourself and get the benefit from it. If not so, then imagine why Nigeria and its stooges and those who is representing them, why are they begging you to stay? They beg you to stay, they kill you, they oppress you, they deprive you, they cast you to be only traders and dispersing you from country to country without having respect and dignity. So I don't think any well-conversed individual will want to have any argument on these policy documents. So my host, I'll pass back the mic to you, and I believe that our motherland and the core believers of Biafra will understand that this policy documents is the best you can get anywhere. And I believe the world will see how great Biafra will be in terms of development. And we'll see how cunning the Nigerian state are. I believe the British might have some secret institutions where they train cunning people. So when you look at their commentary, it has now come to the point that they want to restructure. But Obasanjo, you sent in some commandos and they went and wiped out the Udi people. During those periods, were you not aware that restructure is in place? Were you not also aware that restructure should have taken place before over 5 million of our people were slaughtered? Were they not aware that restructure should have taken place when people are being beheaded in every part of the northern part of Nigeria? So why this restructuring now? I only want to advise that the only best thing that can happen to every human is for you to have a self-determination according to your own value system. I thank you, my motherland, for giving us the opportunity to address on this. So my host, I pass the mic back to you. Thank you.
Call Motherland now, +27 622 415 601, +27 622 415 601. Call Motherland now. Call Motherland now, +27 622 415 601, +27 622 415 601. Call Motherland now.
All right, welcome back once again to Radio Biafra. We will take a short break, and when we come back, we'll begin to summarize. We'll begin to, end this program, and we will take the last round of call. So please hang in there. Let's take a quick break, and once we come back from our break, I will take your call for the last time before we end the show. So don't go away, because this is Motherland, and in Motherland, you know that everything is complete. Briefly, what is Biafra offering to its people? Biafra is offering very, very simple thing, the necessary. I'm talking about Biafra is offering freedom. Biafra is offering self-reliance. Biafra is offering you the opportunity, the ability to decide and choose your destiny. So don't go away, because this is Hello Motherland.
Don Hila.
With the people of the Eastern region, we are saying this is all we need. With the people of the Eastern region, we are saying this is all we need. So Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah. Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah. Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah. Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah.
See the whole nation, jaga jaga. Everything, everywhere, done scatter scatter. See the whole nation, jaga jaga. Everything, everywhere, done scatter scatter. They my hold us down, they won't let go. They won't let go. They hold us down, they won't let go. They won't let go. So we are calling on United Nations, EU and other world powers to rescue Biafra.
Green, black, red, the sunrise. With the people of the Eastern region, we are saying this is all we need. With the people of the Eastern region, we are saying this is all we need. So Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah. Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah. Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah. Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah.
We are fed up with one Nigeria. Them are killing us, they slaved us. Them might try to make us Muslims, all because of oil. Why? In our own land, they know if we stand, oh, they all gonna follow. United we stand, oh, they cannot divide us. Not anymore. Not anymore.
With the people of the Eastern region, we are saying this is all we need. With the people of the Eastern region, we are saying this is all we need. So Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah. Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah. Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah. Biafra is all we want. It's all we want. It's all we want, yeah.
All glory to Chukwu Okike Abiama, the God of Biafran, faith and hope of Biafrans. Nnamdi Kanu, we the IPOB freedom fighters, we salute you, we respect you, we stand in solidarity with you always. Uche Mofo and all principal officers, we thank you. All Biafrans, remain resolute, remain formidable.
Call Motherland now, +27 622 415 601, +27 622 415 601. Call Motherland now. Call Motherland now, +27 622 415 601, +27 622 415 601. Call Motherland now.
All right, welcome back. We're still taking your call. This is still Radio Biafra South Africa. Caller on the line, please, your name and where you're calling us from. Caller on the line, please, and where you're calling us from. Caller on the line, please, and where you're calling us from. Caller on the line, can you hear me? Caller on the line.
I'm calling from Morocco.
Please go ahead.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother.
I'm very, very glad this morning for this very wonderful program. And I don't want to waste much time. I say, may God be with Guardian, the creator of heaven and earth, continue to be blessing you for bringing this across to us, in South Africa. I've figured out now, then maybe next one now will be one of the country in Africa. Very, very interesting. I am more grateful for make you go to Guardian. Then, all great once again go to my able spiritual leader, that is our prophet of the time, the African emerging leader, Mazi Nnamdi. May God keep on blessing him. Because I know that all these things is because of him as our leader. May God bless you. And again to our deputy leader, some time ago, we call him deputy prime minister. Yes, I support him.
That's correct.
I say may God to go bless him too for all they have been doing for us.
He said
them over there. Yeah, I don't think that Biafra will be what it is to be. So, all I'm supposed to give to him is you. Help you, my deputy leader, Mazi Nnamdi. Then I want to still use this opportunity once again to call upon my brothers here in Morocco. Please, my brothers, this is our new radio station again that are located in South Africa. Please, you people have to call this line. Sometimes you people do complain that calling to London is too, the line is too jam-packed and you can't get it Mazi. Here comes another great opportunity to us to end our videos, please. From the remote times, try to put your acts together, take this number and be calling and ending your view. I believe that the world will hear your voice. If you call London, you will get it. Try and reach our South Africa radio. That's our line. Please, find you and encourage others to do so, please. Thank you. Thank you, my evil brother, Mazi Nnamdi, who's presenter. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, my brother from Morocco. May Chukwu Okike Abiama bless you.
Hello, Motherland.
Right. It is Motherland. Motherland, Biafra. That's what it is. We are still taking your call. Call on the line, please. Your name and where you're calling from.
Hello?
Caller on the line, your name and where you're calling from. Please turn down your radio set or turn it off, please. Caller on the line, can you hear me? All right. It's like he's no longer there. Let's take another call. Good morning. Welcome to Motherland. Your name and where you're calling from.
Hello. Hello, good morning, sir. It's me, the same son from Aba.
All right. Please go ahead.
Yeah. It's the person that told you that they want to speak with Igbo language.
All right, my brother. You say that you have a message that you want to deliver. Please go ahead.
Yes, that is me.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, Ogam, please, Omar Ozi Chukwuka Masim Zomo Biafra, concerning this, ihe mewere the time more, president gara outside country. Before, yeah, after the time, was a Karikbenam Lekano, na December. Chukwuka Biafra nyere Buhari 3 months to release Vietnam the Kalo. To fairly do so. Now, Ogana na bridge, Oya, not more phones to release Vietnam the Kalo. Mogno release here for that 3 months. So, the time mom there the time about Richard Dozy. Maza Pone Magic FM Naba, Ewan Magic FM, Mozia Gezi Buhari, to mention no release Renam the Cal before 3 months, or Chuka Mania, or no release here. Logana na bridge oya, Bofo and release Renam the Cal or Nkau long around. So after much, man upon a phone, hey, busy my call. I said, okay, no problem. See the time one I seen a Buhari, Buhari is dead. Ihe ndị man na-ahụ na-awụ tattooed is not Buhari. After the time more n'ebe ahụ, Chukwuka bịara review na Buhari ga-abata before 4 months nyere Buhari na ọ ga-abata. And onye na Buhari, ihe ga-abata na Buhari na-arụgharị na London. I think many people, onye ọbụla nọ na-aba ga-anụ because any place I don't know Bata Biafra or any place I know even though I know Bata Biafra or not, I have been saying it. Like now, Chukwuka Menyela Obasanjo got on the 2019 election. Obasanjo got on the 2019 election, and another person from Alibo. Nagakwa nọndụ in 2019 election gbagotekwara ọ na-akpọrọ m aha ahụ but aha ada abụọ amabeghị m ma nke Imo steeti ma nke Anambra. This man kere ahịa this man one man, former governor of other states, who survived once at a time, more than our back, that Yamati no only Kuku Dala. I had a ball. Among the particular place in the particular place in or problem either that wall or in Imo State. One of the two the places na Libo. So, I'm not the particular one, either one I had a war. Either Ato Zeribe, or Atezinobo is one person from Mali, Bonaga Mondi, in the 2019 election. Chukwuka Biafra, reviewing here to me. Buhari and Ato. Either Tezinobo or Ato Zeribe. One of them, I got on the 2019 election. Chukwuebuka masị ngwa ụmụ Biafra n'ihe a na-asị na ụmụ Biafra na Hausa ga-alụ ọgụ anyị dere eji ụlọ ọgụ awụ Yoruba na Hausa ga-ebu ụzọ bido ya Igbo alọrọ ndị ụmụ Biafra nọ na-elele ya elele ihe ga na-ebe let them cool down. So because my brother and women of credit, there's more thing or review to me, but next time I will call. Last time before Buhari Abata, we were one girl, may pick radio, may pick number on the Biafra the same, Biafra information. Anything nature I called the girl once at the time, we had before Buhari Abata. Yeah, you number you with two children before privately important before, but since then, not about the girl not call Pochaya, making up or not repeat my call. I said no problem. But they drink care, you go to care, Obasanjo, and this either is Mukbo or at a very good. One of them to know what I'm saying, whether it is true or false. One of my brothers did the women of credit. So next time I will call. I review more things that God revealed for me.
All right.
From Ezilo in a boy state.
All right. Thank you very much, my brother, for those words that you have actually given to us. We thank you so much. All right. This is still Radio Biafra, South Africa. We're coming to you live and direct from Johannesburg. We are a satellite station of Radio Biafra, London. We are still under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Director of Radio Biafra Worldwide, as well as the Deputy Director, Mazi Uchemefo, the Deputy Director of Radio Biafra Worldwide. All I can say is this: Biafra is a rock. And when I talk about rock, I'm talking about a solid rock. If you go against it, it will crush you to pieces. It doesn't matter how you try it, you will come last. So, we have seen what is happening in the zoo. Since they incarcerated our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that concussion called Nigeria has never known peace. And they will never know peace until they release our director and allow the children of Umuchukwu Kabiama to go home in peace. All right, you are still welcome to Radio Biafra South Africa. We are rounding up. We are soon to draw a curtain to this segment of our show, this breakfast show that we call Hello Motherland, which is dedicated to Biafrans all around the world, especially in Motherland Biafra. Let's take a few calls before we bring this show to an end. Call on the line, your name and where you're calling from, please.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Goodluck Chinagoro Memeka. I'm calling from. Hello, can you hear me?
Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Goodluck Chinagoro Memeka. I'm calling from Biafra land in Aba.
Please go ahead.
I want to greet all people for efforts people are putting for this Biafra rendition. I say, may you call them and continue to bless people and give you strength. And let's have a leader, Nnamdi Kanu, and nothing will happen to him. I believe that God Almighty, we are serving, will take control in everything. Forget about what Nigeria government and politicians are doing. It's their time. Nigeria is a expiring date have already reached. So they are finding a way to run away from the crime they committed. But they can't make it show government continue to pursue them around because God has fight the battle for us already. Let's show government continue to bless people for the good work you are doing for people there.
We thank you for calling Radio Biafra. You are still tuned to this breakfast show. It is Hello Motherland, a show dedicated to all Biafra heroes and heroines and all the hardcores in the land of Biafra. Let's go to Skype and see who is there on Skype. Good morning, welcome to Hello Motherland. Your name and where you're calling from? Caller on the Skype. Hello? Yes, please go ahead. Your name and where you're calling from?
This is Mustafa Onibu, calling you from Enugu. I hear from Ozobro. Ozobro is in Ekusigo, Biafra land.
All right, please go ahead. Go ahead.
I want to thank you people for the good work you're doing for Biafrans, and so happy to reach Radio Biafran South Africa this morning. Just want to say good thank you for all the good work. We're unstoppable, we're unquenchable. Now that yesterday, I also discovered that we now have Radio Biafra in Enugu. So we're unstoppable. We are moving ahead. The zoo must fall. And at the end, Nnamdi Kanu the Great will lift our flag up. All hail Biafra.
All right. Thank you for your call. We welcome your call. May Chukwu Kama bless you. All right. Let's go back to the lines. Caller on the line, your name and where you're calling from. You're welcome to Hello Motherland.
Okay. Hello.
Yes.
My name is Franklin, aka Akua.
All right. Please go ahead.
And I am calling from Oba Iduna, Ghana.
Go ahead, please.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
Please, what I want to say is, I want to say this to my people from the Oba Iduna, that they should use it. Hello?
Go ahead. I'm hearing you. Please go ahead.
Huh? Hello, can you hear me?
I say go ahead.
Hello?
We are hearing you. Yes, go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
That they should continue, that no matter what, at the end, we will get what we are looking for. And no other thing, but Biafra and Ghana people, we are by name, they should support in this struggle. The Oba Iduna, more especially the young people, they should support that we will get what we want. And what everybody wants is freedom of Biafra. And Biafra is what we want, and that is what we must get. Thank you. My name is Franklin.
All right. All right. Thank you for the call, my brother. May Chukwu Kikabiyama bless you.
Amen.
Good. We are still continuing, and we are coming to the end of this program. We have a few minutes left. Let's take more calls. As I can see, the lines are going crazy. Biafrans wants to speak to Motherland. So we will afford them that opportunity to speak to Motherland. And then we will wrap up, this program because we are coming to an end. We have less than, 10 minutes more to go to the end of this program. As you can see, we have been like almost 3 hours on air. Yes, and no time spent for Motherland, is a waste. Any time spent for Motherland, Biafra, it is actually fruitful. All right, caller from the line, tell us your name and where you're calling from. Caller on the line, please.
Me, Mr. Sonodma from that Ezra again.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah. God said if Oshibanjo say no washe because Oshibanjo no yes no who buere be no now. Ndị Nigeria need number ha kpọ Oshibanjo si Oshibanjo ya jụọ Buhari ihe na-erbis agreement sometimes ago before Buhari met travel nke ọ na-abata. Na before Buhari and drop a message, the way they release Nnamdi Kanu. But on that was a quibby, the Buhari and Walla. So they are going to continue to resign. Chukwu Kabia Matela Yabatra Biafra. Or Tela Nnamdi Kanu aka. Owu aka get the Nnamdi Kanu. Owu aka get the Nnamdi Kanu aka. Get the Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu no go. Oge wetara anyị Biafra nke abịa ama iwe na-ewezi ya ihe na-eme ụmụ ebe ụmụ Biafra nọ ọbara ụmụ Biafra egburu egbu na-erugharị na ọ na-ele ọbara ụmụ Biafra egburegbu ya na-agagharị iwe na-ewe Chukwuoke Abiama. Ọ sịrị ụmụ Biafra ha dere eju lezi ihe ga-eme ha na-ele ihe ga-eme. Ọ sịrị m gbuo ụlọ sị ngwụ kedu ahịa nke Enugu steeti Fada Mbaka.
Yes, go ahead. Are you still there? Go ahead.
I like Fada Mbaka before. See the time Fada Mbaka da kwugharịa okwu kwuru kọta na ụmụ Biafra iwe were mebe ọnụ. So, but later on, nso na-ekwute, but the time Chukwuoke Abiama agwa m sị ngwa ndị redio Biafra si ya kwụsị ikwutọ Fada Mbaka. No matter what Fada Mbaka said, na Chukwuoke Abiama ga-eme Fada Mbaka na onwe ya ga-emechi kwụrụ soro na tọọchị onye gara ekwu okwu Biafra. O si hapụ ikwutọ Fada Mbaka na Fada Mbaka ga-emecha soro na tọọchị ndị ga-eso na-ekwu okwu Biafra. No matter ihe ọbụla ọ na-eme now. Biko.
All right. Thank you for the call. I will take 2 more calls and then we will bring the show to an end. 2 more calls. Welcome to Motherland.
Hello, this is Samuel Mwaba calling from Iguata.
Please go ahead.
Biafra land.
Go ahead.
Good morning.
There is so much noise where you are, my brother. There is so much noise. But go ahead.
I want to use this opportunity to greet all Biafrans. Hello?
Go ahead.
To greet all Biafrans and all lovers of freedom. Head of Director to State, Mazi Masebu. Our Deputy Director, Mazi Uchemoso. And also to say thank you to our able leader, Mazi Nambekanu, great prophet of our time, who Chukwuoke Abiama has sent to come and liberate us from the hand of the Ishmaelites, the Satanic Republic or the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. I want to say that we are going to be free. The Lord who delivered the children of Israelites from the hand of the Egyptians must deliver us. Because it is written in the book of 2 Chronicles that is my people who are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray unto me that he, Chukwuoke Abiama, will hear from heaven and he will restore our land. I believe that in no distant time, Chukwuoke Abiama will restore our land. We are going to be free. We are going to be free. May God bless Biafra. May God bless all of us of freedom. May God deliver our leader, Mazi Nambekanu. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. Thank you so much for the call. We are drawing closer and closer to the end of this show. I'm going to take 1 or 2 calls more, and then we'll be calling it an end for today's, show. Caller on the line. Hello, this is Motherland. Your name and where you calling from?
Motherland.
Yes, where are you calling us from and your name?
Yeah, this is Christian. I know the guy from England.
All right, go ahead, please.
Yeah, yes. What that man is saying is perfectly true. That man from Abba. What he's saying is perfectly true about Buhari. Because we all believe that, we all know that what has entered into this country there called the crash of Nigeria is a robot. It's not really Buhari. Everybody knows that. So, everybody, I urge everybody to listen to that man from Abba. He's saying perfectly true. Whatever he's saying is true. But about Farambaka that he has said is also true, because in that time I was with President Farambaka for whatever he has said about Biafra. But I come to know that God will give to me so that God said we shouldn't Christ Baga. But very soon, when Biafra comes, by he will reject us in Biafra. Thank you, my brother. This is I remain Anyamu Ozoma from Ngwala. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for that call. You are welcome. Now we will take this last call before we close. Let's take this call before we close. Good morning and welcome to Motherland. Please go ahead. Your name and where you're calling from. Your name and where you're calling from. Hello, your name and where you're calling from.
Hello.
Hello, please can you turn down your radio? Can you turn down your radio, please?
Good morning.
Can you please turn down your radio, please? It is interfering. Your radio, turn it down, please.
Good morning. Good morning. The radio is not on now.
All right. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
My name is Chukwufunanya Isekwe. I'm calling from South Africa, Eastern Cape.
All right. You are welcome to the show. Please go ahead. Biafrans are listening. And if possible, if you can talk to your people, in your dialect. I believe your dialect is also one of Biafran, dialects, so that your people can hear as well.
Thank you very much. I want to thank Chukwukike Biama for what he is doing in our family in Biafra Restoration Project.
Right.
I want to use the opportunity to talk to our people and the Anioma that Ufuka Anibo, Anibundi Biafra. Only Obnana Butana say that Nanabna Biafra. Adam Shaman, you are not making a very big mistake. Anioma is a Lukwa Sabaincha and the Biafra Kayabo. Butano couldn't support if I in me because you couldn't offend there. Chugu Sikaida with that Biafra. Some Mario Ndi Anioma, Ebobna Wano, Konyobna Webitaka, for support if I in me. My brother, I want to thank you very much. I want to say Biafra is a spirit. Biafra torment the evil. Anyone that mentions the name of a Biafra is free. God bless you. May God continue to bless you for the good work you are doing for your people. Bless you and bye-bye.
All right. Thank you, my brother. The call is so welcomed. Thank you for you calling Radio Biafra South Africa. Biafrans are still calling the line. The line is buzzing. But unfortunately, every good thing has, an end. We will bring this show to an end. So this is what we have for you today. Being the 17th day of March 2017. And we are coming to the end of the show. We are coming to once again what it is a very, very productive show. This is Hello Motherland. Fortunately, that is all we have for you today. We will be back again tomorrow if God permits. And we will be here live and direct again from Johannesburg, South Africa. And I hope you will join us once again tomorrow for breakfast, nice and early. And it will be same time and same platform. We thank Chukwukike Abiama for his time and his blessings upon us. And I want to thank my co-host, Maazi Magnus Ago, and my guest here in the studio, my able apostle. I say, may Chukwukike Abiama bless you all. I also want to thank the listeners all around the globe. Thank you for joining us for breakfast this morning. But most importantly, our listeners from Biafra land. This show is dedicated to all the hardcores, heroes and heroines. We say to you all, hello, Motherland. I also want to thank the people that made this show possible. I want to thank my executive producer, the great man, Uche Mefo. He is a great man indeed. He is the one that made sure that this show is a reality today. Maazi Mefo, we thank you for your help, your assistance, for all the teachings in terms of technicalities, of the show and the softwares and equipment. We really appreciate, your leadership. We also want to thank, our media guru, Mazi Ofoma. Mazi Ofoma is a man that when he tells you something, he do it. If he says it's going to happen, it happens. Mazi Ofoma is the one that was instrumental in making sure that the Radio Biafra is coming to you live and direct this morning. Also, I want to thank my able national coordinator, Mazi Chukwudi Chidebere. He is a soft-spoken man, but an action man indeed. Under his leadership, we are able to achieve this. I also want to thank all the IPOBs in South Africa. Thank you for your struggle. Thank you for your effort in making sure that Radio Biafra South Africa is a reality. All I have to say this morning is that the quest for the restoration of Biafra is a task that must be accomplished. Come rain, come shine. And no man born of a woman can stop the restoration of Biafra. Ichokwa Inwale, nobody can fight with his maker. From here, I say, God bless Mazi Nande Kanu, but most of all, God bless Biafra. Goodbye. We'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Biafran time. God bless.
Biafra, we have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious.